Hi, and welcome to Feeling the Impact. I'm Andrea. Today's episode is about the impact of threatened job loss for civil servants based on the government's efforts to cut spending. To protect those sharing their story, names and identifying details have been changed. This is Joey's story. They write, "Hi, Andrea. Since January, the stress put on my spouse and my family has been far beyond what I expected. Their work is based in DC, but we chose to move our family hours from the city a few years ago to improve our quality of life. So they do primarily remote work. We expected the worst would be the possible loss of that privilege, but now there are threats that my spouse's entire division could be cut. It's not clear if this is just to intimidate us or if it's even legal. We've been given information only to have it contradicted the next day, which really messes with your mindset. It creates chaos in the workplace. My spouse says that the projects people have been working hard on have all been paused, and there can't be any new hires. We're essentially living in limbo. It feels impossible to make smart financial decisions about our jobs, about our cost of living, like daycare, our car payments, or our real estate, and it's hard to believe that we might feel this way for another 3.5 years. You asked how this impacts our feelings. I have never seen my spouse like this. Our thoughts are spiraling, we're using more substances for coping, and having emotional breakdowns. It's hurting our family and our marriage. This is a level of stress we've never seen before. The toying with people, that has a real impact on people's lives, and it's not fair. I feel depressed thinking about moving back to DC. It's not affordable, and it was an unhealthy place for us. We would have to give up so much. My job, I think it would be hard and awful. It's really difficult to talk to people in my life about this. My right-wing family members think it's funny and entertaining, which is really hurtful. It's changed the way my spouse thinks about my brother, Colin. My spouse used to have a good relationship with him and respect for him, even though they've had their differences, but that relationship has fizzled due to these government talks. To those listening, I would say that the impact this is having is not funny to real people going through it. While there is waste in all organizations, both public and private, cutting civil servants whose primary jobs are to protect the American public is the wrong approach. Government employees are not draining our country. Their salaries are transparent and fair, and they work hard. They could make more in the private sector, but choose to work for the government because they believe in America, love it, and want it to be healthy. It used to be honorable to take a job as a civil servant, but now it's mocked. So many good people who have been loyal servants to this country are actually or could be unemployed at a time when the job market is extremely volatile. We try to speak calmly, but we find it hard to have real conversations with people who disagree with us. By the way, we're not even that far left. We would consider ourselves moderates. You ask us what keeps us going. That's our kids. Our network of good friends, good humans, getting outside, and unplugging from everything. Thank you, Joey, for sharing your story. After the break, I'll share a guided meditation on the themes you've described. Begin this loving kindness meditation by finding a quiet, comfortable space where you can sit or lie down. As you settle in, let your body soften and your breath come naturally. Feel the ground beneath you, solid, supportive, and steady. Take a moment to pause. Your breath easy and natural. And your mind to settle. Now draw your attention to your breath again and slowly begin to deepen the breath, enjoying the ability to slow down, breathing in and breathing out. Setting aside everything going on in the external world. Focusing only on this moment. Noticing your senses. What can you hear, smell, or feel? As you continue breathing in and out, paying attention to the rise and the fall of your breath. I invite you to set an intention for this practice today. Perhaps it's to practice slowing down, being intentional, or showing care for yourself. Or perhaps it's something else. Whatever it is, say it silently now to yourself. During this meditation, if you find your mind wandering, just notice without judgment and guide your mind back to the sound of my voice. Our meditation today is about our work, which can occur both in or outside the home. For so many, work serves as a source of accomplishment and pride. Still others choose helping professions, where work may also be a source of meaning and serving a greater purpose. Sometimes our work entails both. And for a moment, think about this with regard to your own work, in or outside the home. What feeling does this work bring up for you? Why do you do this labor? Label that feeling and identify where it lives in your body. Maybe it's in your head or in your heart. And just for a moment, sit with and acknowledge this feeling. Now, gently bring to mind a person in your life who is suffering from deep stress, uncertainty, or fear related to job loss or financial loss, maybe due to federal budget cuts. Maybe it's your partner, a family member, or a friend, or even yourself. Perhaps you know many people, and so you choose to imagine all of them. Think of these people in your life and imagine for a moment that feeling of pride, meaning, and purpose that they feel from their work. Maybe they're in government service, or perhaps care for others, are educators or lawyers defending the rights of the vulnerable. They've given themselves to a cause bigger than themselves. What feelings does that bring up for you, that they've chosen that field? Is it love or gratitude? Something else? Consider also how now that work might feel fragile, unprotected, and threatened. Perhaps they or you live with a looming possibility that work may come to an end, or of having to uproot your life or family to find other opportunities. To make hard decisions without clear answers. And you or they may feel isolated, misunderstood by people who see the world differently, who can't or won't understand the weight they carry. Let yourself feel whatever emotions arise. It could be worry or sadness, helplessness, even anger. There's space for all of it here. And now, with gentle intention, turn your heart toward loving kindness. And begin with yourself, saying inwardly, "May I be steady and grounded. May I meet this uncertainty with courage. May I offer love even when I feel unsure. May I care for myself as I care for others. Now bring your partner or friend or all those affected into your heart. Imagining them as they are now, tired, anxious, maybe holding in more than they let on. See their goodness, their devotion, their effort as you send them these wishes. May you feel seen and understood. May you know that your worth is not tied to your job. May you feel safe no matter where life takes us. May you receive kindness, especially from yourself. Now imagine you together, holding hands, even through this storm. United. You don't have to have the answers. You just have to stay close. And offer these words to your relationship. May we face this together with open hearts. May we trust in our love more than our fear. May our home and friends be a refuge. May we speak and listen with compassion. May we find peace in nature. May we feel safe with each other as we disconnect from the external world. Now, I'd like to invite you to consider something which may feel challenging. You may not feel ready, and that's okay. In a moment, I will ask you to consider extending kindness to those who don't understand you, those who may disagree with you. If you are willing to try, please stay. And if you are not in the space to do this, I invite you to thank yourself for engaging in this practice. Pause this meditation and return your awareness to the room. If you remain, I want you to consider extending kindness to those who don't understand, to those who see things differently. You don't have to agree with them. If you are able, say gently, "May those who disagree find peace. May we all be free from inner and outer harm. May love and respect for our neighbors guide us all." And as we begin to close this practice, reflect on what you would like to take away today. Thank yourself for this practice. Let your breath return to normal and your body begin to wake up. When you're ready, stretch your toes, your muscles, and gently open your eyes, carrying this warmth forward into the days ahead. Thanks again to Joey for the story, and for you for listening to Feeling the Impact. Please like or subscribe to our content and consider submitting your own story to us using our Google form. Links are also in our bio. Also, thanks to Sarah for help with sound and Lily for the art.